Chair Alliance a non-starter. Secret behind Chandrika's statement. Dullas rises up again. Sajith spoils it one more time. Prasanna reminds SLPP about gratitude. Is Sajith afraid of Ranil in the race? Party is poor, but pays well for social media campaigns.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Chair Alliance a non-starter. Secret behind Chandrika's statement. On Valentine's Day, SMS alerts came one after another, carrying a special statement from ex-President Chandrika Bandaranayake Kumaratunga's office. In that, Chandrika refuted reports that she has decided to support certain presidential candidates. While saying that no such decision has been taken yet, she stressed that she was still to accept an offer to head the Leadership Council of the People's Alliance. Will her statement turn politics upside down? It will be a good topic for some to argue about. Maithripala Sirisena is covering it up, although Chandrika is said to be leading the chair symbol alliance. Others have not taken a liking to the idea of his contesting for the presidency from that alliance. Nimal Lanza has told Mahinda Amarawera that they cannot get a single Catholic vote if Maithri gets on stage. It is evident for Maithri that their plan is to get that alliance to support Ranil. Putting off the alliance deal, Maithri suddenly went on a tour of the US purportedly to raise funds for the election campaign. It is said that Sajin van Gunawadena is behind it. Sensing trouble, Lanza is now on reversal course, telling Amarawera to postpone the agreement till April. That has been agreed to. Allying with Lanza has the approval from 8 SLFP MPs, Nimal Siripala, Amarawera, Duminda Disanayake, Suren Raghavan, Lasantha Alagiawane, Chamara Sampath, Jagath Pushpakumara, and Angajan Ramanathan. Amarawera has decided to join forces with Lanza, even without Maithri and Chandrika, under Nazir Ahmed's Democratic Unity Alliance that has the symbol of 2 olive leaves. Ahmed, who lost his environment portfolio as a result of a court ruling, is now closely working with Lanza. It will soon be evident if Maithri has sabotaged their alliance, or Amarawera is working to a pre-arranged plan of his own. Dullas rises up again. Sajith spoils it one more time. After some time, Dullas Alahaparuma held a media briefing at the FPC office at Nawala. There he announced the intention of working with a group that has an alternative to the government programme as well, with a moderate line. He took a jab at Sajith Premadasa, as well as the Compass, when he said that the outcome of Pakistan elections is a lesson for any opposition party with overestimated thinking. Some said it would be the end for Dullas when Sajith took 6 of his men into the SJB. Now he is back in the game with the idea of forming a new alliance. He has met with Patali's Republic Front, Werawansa's NFF and Gamanpila's party in recent days to discuss future plans. Talks are also slated with the CPSL and the LSSP. At his meeting with the NFF, the focus was on their stand at the presidential polls, which they deem would be a tussle between 3 or 4 candidates. The options they discussed included allying with either the government, SJB or the JVP, all of which they ruled out. They said they are left with fielding a candidate of their own, but that too was thought to be impractical. Their candidate will be fighting for a lost cause, and that will deny their chances of at least getting a national list seat at the general election. Another suggestion was to keep a low profile for a few months. The NFF's argument is as follows. Sajith and AKD are the key contestants, with Ranil unable to garner even 10% of votes. But Sajith's image is on the decline. Those in both the UNP and the SJB don't care about the presidency or premiership, but they want to form a government to become ministers. It is the last chance for the likes of Lakshman Kiriella and Tissa Atanayake. Even Imitiaz Bakira Marker, SMA Marikar and Harshana Rajakaruna agree with that. In recent presidential polls, the UNP did not mind who their candidate was, but wanted to field a winning horse. So, SJB will ask Sajith not to contest and go for a winning horse too. A Dullas supporter asked if that candidate would be Roshan Ranasinghe. All laughed when one quipped, "No, Roshan did not know this is a test and batted in the T20 style and got out hit wicket. What do we do now? was the common question. Unite with the SJB and field a candidate who can obtain the SLPP support too. Sajith should be given a guarantee that he will be the PM, or else that he will be certain to lose, was the answer. Is there anyone who is up to the task against AKD? Don't get excited. Remember how Maithri came up in 2015. By June-July, a DSN will come up by resolving issues with Sajith. They ended the talks with a promise to play a classic game by June-July. Despite all their disapproving talk about Sajith, he is not one who gives up that easily. On Wednesday, he signed a pact with leading estate parties claiming to have a 1 million vote base. Representatives of the estate community signed this social agreement with the SJB for the upliftment of the livelihoods of the community. Here, Sajith vowed to establish a presidential task force under a SJB-led government to solve their problems, including infrastructure, economy, social development and politics. Sajith also pledged to protect the rights of upcountry and low-country estate people. The signatories were Sajith from the SJB, Tamil Progressive Alliance's Mano Ganesan, Palani Digambaram of the National Union of Workers, Upcountry People's Fronts v. Radhakrishnan, SJB MP for Kegala, Sujith Sanjaya Pereira, MP for Kandi M. Velukumar, and MP for Nuwara Elia Udaya Kumar. Although it looks like a new pact, all the signatories have been with Sajith all the while. With some claiming it to be a media hype, will Sajith spoil his chances just like Weerawansa says, and the SJB will have to look for a new candidate? Here, what is crucial is the role that will be played by Weerawansa. Prasanna reminds SLPP about gratitude. Is Sajith afraid of Ranil in the race? Senior Minister and Chief Government Whip Prasanna Ranatunga recently declared that he would back Ranil's candidature at the presidential election. He said that those who genuinely loved the country, including the SLPP, should give Ranil another opportunity. Prasanna said the SLPP would announce the correct decision at the right time. His remarks come even as the Rajapaksa family has decided to field Namal as the candidate. He is currently touring the country with his Dasabala Sena. It was Prasanna who also spoiled Basil's choice, Damika Pereira. In the meantime, many insist Ranil will not contest. His old pupil, Ajith P. Pereira, said that Ranil will not contest to lose. He will do everything possible until the last day. He will not give up that easily. We have worked with him for a long time. We know him. He will withdraw at the last moment. That is how the SJB CEO thinks. There is another talk that Ranil has asked several ministers to prepare to contest. They are Prasanna, Nimal Siripala, Dinesh, Susil Premajayantha, Wijaya Dasa Rajapakshe, and Tiranales. In 2000, the then-President Chandrika told Mahinda Rajapaksa, Anura Bandaranayake, Mangala Samarawera, and Nimal Siripala to be ready for the presidential polls in 2005. But at the last moment, Mahinda grabbed the opportunity. If Ranil does not contest, there are two other contenders in Damika and Patali. Anyway, what the SJB MPs say shows their dislike to see Ranil as a candidate. And die-hard Sajith loyalists see nightmares about their political future. That is the nature of politics. Party is poor, but pays well for social media campaigns. When an election nears, social media gets to hog the limelight, especially those who play with Facebook and YouTube. Political parties pay them handsomely for their services. Recently, a leading party wanted to get certain things done on social media. It contacted leading figures in the game and discussed their plans and payments. But the social media figures said they were working with a certain party and will be busy until March. The party leader said they had the money to pay, although that party claims to be a poor one without funds. He got no reply and later made inquiries. To his surprise, he found that payments for the social media campaign by this anti-government party comes from a top place in the government. That is a gossip in Irida Deshaya, published by Ruwan Wijayawadana's Wijaya newspapers. Everybody prepares for elections at their best capacity. Since the pay is good, the so-called independent and principled media campaigns for the highest bidders. That is not something new. It happened in the past and will continue to happen in the future too. Time doesn't change that. That's it for today.